Greetings from Washington, D.C. everyone, it's Ryan.
Samara.
And Sassy right here in front of the White House.
And we are celebrating Capitol Pride, and one of the things we want to share with you is the official press release written by Barack Obama on White House letterhead declaring June Lesbian, Gay, and Bisexual Transgender Pride Month. I will start by reading, as Americans, it is our birthright that all people are created equal and deserve the same rights and privileges and opportunities. Since our earliest days of independence, our nation has striven to fulfill that promise. An important chapter in our great unfinished story is the movement for fairness and equality on behalf of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender LGBT community. This month, as we recognize the immeasurable contributions of LGBT Americans, we renew our commitment for the struggle of equal rights for LGBT Americans and ending prejudice and injustices wherever it exists.
And I continue with, LGBT Americans have enriched and strengthened the fabric of our national life. From business leaders and professors to athletes and first responders, LGBT individuals have achieved success and prominence in every discipline. They are our mothers and fathers, our sons and daughters, and our friends and neighbors. Across my administration, openly LGBT employees are serving at every level. Thanks to those who came before us, the brave men and women who marched, stood up to justice, and brought change through acts of compassion or defiance, we have made enormous progress and continue to strive for more perfect union.
My administration has advanced our journey by signing into law the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act, which strengthens federal protections against crimes based on gender identity and sexual orientation. We renew the Ryan White CARE Act, which provides life-saving medical services and support to Americans living with HIV/AIDS, and finally eliminated the HIV entry ban. I also signed a presidential memorandum directing hospitals receiving Medicare and Medicaid funds to give LGBT patients the compassion and security they deserve in their time of need, including the ability to choose someone other than their immediate family member to visit them and make medical decisions.
In other areas, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, announced a series of proposals to ensure core housing programs are open to everyone, regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. HUD also announced the first ever national study of discrimination against members of the LGBT community in the rental and sale of housing. According to the Department of Health and Human Services, has created a national resource center for LGBT elders.
Much work remains to fulfill our nation's promise of equal justice under law for LGBT Americans. That is why we must give committed gay couples the same rights and responsibilities afforded to any married couple and repeal the Defense of Marriage Act. We must protect the rights of LGBT families by securing their adoption rights, ending employment discrimination against LGBT Americans, and ensuring federal employees receive equal benefits. We must create safer schools so all our children may learn in a supportive environment. I am also committed to ending Don't Ask, Don't Tell, so patriotic LGBT Americans can serve openly in our military, and I am working with the Congress and our military leadership to accomplish that goal.
As we honor the LGBT Americans who have given so much to our nation, let us remember that if one of us is unable to realize full equality, we all fall short of founding principles. Our nation draws its strength from our diversity, with each of us contributing to the greater whole. By affirming these rights and values, each American benefits from the further advancement of liberty and justice for all.
Now, therefore, I, Barack Obama, President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and laws of the United States, do hereby proclaim June 2010 as Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Pride Month. I call upon all Americans to observe this month by fighting prejudice and discrimination in their own lives and everywhere that it exists.
in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 28th day of May in the year of our Lord 2010 and of the independence of the United States of America, the 234th.
Signed by Barack Obama.
Released on official White House letterhead from the Office of the Press Secretary on May 28, 2010.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always.